folks. Welcome. Yeah, for you who know me, I need to take care of something that just sounded weird in the other room, but luckily for me, I have someone who can divert any stream. Hi, expert.
Hey, Nick, how's it going? Great shirt, man. Great shirt.
Thank you. I need to take care of something that sounded weird in the other
Take care of it,
room.
man.
Yep.
I understand that. So, hey, how you guys doing today? Let me check out here. Let me turn on the chat. How's everybody? I am the princess. Hello. Gwendolyn SS. Is that how you say it? Otto, what's up? Shaw Foss. I'm horrible with pronouncing names, so you have to forgive me. I'm also horrible about getting on places on time. I've been rushing to get here. Got here as soon as I could, and now I'm here. I'm like, hey, what's happening? Like, I don't know if I'm ready yet. Gosh, I thought I didn't need to shave. I do. Sorry. B. Davis, what's happening? D. Robertson, my bud. How you doing, man? Lynn Brittain, how are you? Heather Pog Dosserin, what's up? And Crazy Viking Lady, good citizen. Sorry, Nick, I was saying hi to everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Jingles caught another mouse and was playing with it, so it was a bit of a squeal.
The mouse was squealing.
Yeah. And I thought, I can't have Mr. Jingles start to bring that over here so you can hear it.
Yeah,
because it's not pleasant sound when a mouse screams for its life.
Yeah, that's one of those things, man. That's one of those things. Nick, how you doing, bud? Man, I appreciate you inviting me. I saw, man, I missed last time you invited me, and then I saw you got 7,500 subs, man. I've not been. I will be honest with you. I have, when I'm not streaming, my life has been so hectic that the only time I pick up anything is I put in earphones. I truly do. I put in earphones. I sit my laptop on my stomach and I fall asleep. And the white rabbit wakes up and sees me, like that. And she'll like move my laptop. Maybe I'm gonna roll over on it. But that is my extent of YouTubing, unfortunately. But how are you though, bud? Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. I'm currently at, let's see here, update 7,681. So
awesome, man. Well, that was awesome. What do you credit your success to? Not overall success. Overall success is you.
Overall success on the chat. Well,
but no, the recent growth, your recent latest
growth. Recent growth spur is because more people realized I was right all along about Judge Glanville.
About who?
The Young Thug Judge.
Oh.
Yeah. And so the bigger channels picked it up, and that dripped down to me as a smaller content creator.
I saw that, man. So I'll be honest, you're you came in one day, you said you found out it's gonna be like 180-day trial. And I was like, click, my brain went off. I was like, I cannot keep up with 180 days, man.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what's going on over here? Why is everybody talking about this? And like MG Law was doing something, and I saw that there's problems with the lawyers, all this stuff. And you were just like, you had a stream it was huge. And I was like, oh man, this is awesome.
Yeah. Now it's awesome for me and for the rest of the LawTube community. For the defendants, not so much. Judge Glanville did something really, really illegal. That is against Georgia Constitution and federal Constitution, and that is to hold a secret meeting with the prosecutor and the prosecutor's key witness in this entire trial, the man who is supposed to connect everything, to persuade him to not plead the fifth without telling the defense at all. And that is no, you just don't do that. And that everything blew up, and including my little channel. I went
That's
from
awesome.
6,000 to 7,500 in a week or something.
That is awesome, man. Everybody's growing right now. I'm so happy for everybody.
Yeah, with the Karen Reed case and everything around that, and the other cases that are popping up. You have, what else do you have out there? You have that actor, shooty pew pew guy.
I don't know about that. I don't think. But I know the
What's
big
his
one
face?
that I've been is Laura Owens, the Bachelorette chick.
Yeah, that too.
That is so crazy, man.
The tonsil twin case. Yeah.
Yes.
And she got annihilated by the judge after that. And it was beautiful to see that on Megan Fox channel when she read through the decision.
Yeah.
There's no saving Laura Owens now.
Have you heard what they're trying to say though? What the latest is?
Yeah. Oh yeah, him.
Alec Baldwin. Yeah. Thank you, Ginger.
Yeah.
But they're trying to say that the judge's father was in the courtroom and he was actually in an overflow room, and that he influenced the judge in her decision. And he supposedly, the rumor is that he is a judge or was a judge as well.
If I remember correctly, at least he was a high-ranking prosecutor. I don't remember.
Well, it's weird, man, because like that's the grasping for straws defense.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it's one thing in the Karen Reed case during closing arguments to see, the witnesses are sitting with the victim's family and staring at the jury. That is bad. That should never have been allowed. But having the judge in an overflow room visiting his daughter, who is the judge, that's a nothing burger. But
yeah,
Laura Owens had that thing about lying, and she got a lawyer who was prepared to lie for her. So allegedly, I have to add.
yeah. Well, here's the thing that gets me is that I feel bad for people around Laura, because in her mind she's telling the truth.
Yeah,
and that's what's bad about it. Not many people intentionally, they get excited. I mean, how many times you ever hear somebody say, "Oh boy, I told so many good lies today. Boy, I just got everybody going." People don't get excited about lying.
No.
But
and I understand her parents, because you never want to assume that your kid is mythomaniac.
Yeah, right.
But everybody else, at what point does people around her start to realize she's going to bring the rest of us down unless we start running right now?
She's a nympho. I love that, man. I love that. I've not thought about it like that.
But not nympho, but mytho.
Mytho.
Sorry. No. I don't know if she's the other thing as well. But at least a mythomaniac.
Sorry.
No worries.
I misheard you, and you know what? It made it better for me.
But I mean, that entire case is so wild, and she's been doing it. This is at the fourth guy she does it against that we know of. How many else? I mean,
how many guys?
What did she do in university, high school? I mean, she has to have picked this up somewhere along the line. Oh, I can do this to keep my boyfriend or get the boyfriend.
Yeah, right. It's I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's wild. But let's go into. Let's see here. Dun 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 dun. This is my road trip.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So now hold on. What's going on here? Tell me when are you coming and what's happening?
Yep. Okay. I will land in Houston, August 7th. And then just for the fun of it, if I'm going coast to coast, I have to go to Galveston sometime that weekend because I'm spending the weekend in Houston, 7th to 11th or 12th.
You know, I think Galveston has a webcam, by the way.
Oh,
I think they have
that webcam and go, hello.
Well, they have like a live webcam, so it's like you can start putting up on your streams. You can do like a little webcam deal. You know, be like, hey, this is
I
where
need to find those for every stop I make. I need to find one of these world webcams and just, hello, I'm here.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay, time to take down some notes.
It's weird because like Galveston, like they were like the entire town got wiped out by a hurricane in like 1901 or something. And it's like that was like really what started a lot of weather awareness. What like maybe like the national weather, what is it called? NWOA. I don't forget. Anyway, and like so I went in one of these like it's like one of those YouTube things. I started clicking everything right. And I found that they had a webcam, and it's overlooking the boardwalk or the ocean or something. I was like, this is pretty cool. Those live 24-hour feed things absolutely amaze me.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes I stumble over it, and I can watch for half an hour just to see if something will happen. Maybe somebody will stumble, or
it's fun watching when storms come in and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's like at Christmas time, man. There's they have them all over, and there was one. I think it might have been was it Finland? I think it was Finland had one that was so cool. They called it North Pole. And it was just it's so awesome. And I sit there and I just watch people walking by it while it snows and everything. It just there you go. Ginger's got 1900 Galveston hurricane.
Yeah. Now I've been to Galveston before, but that was in 1998. I want to say.
Oh wow.
They had a big aquarium or something of the sort with birds and fish and everything. And we spent a week in Houston. And we went to the rocket launch site, the Space Center. And I realized that astronauts are really, really tiny.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Oh, you try.
They had the Armstrong suit or something like that in one of the displays. Me and Dad stood beside it, and we were like this much taller, and that suit was on a pedestal. I mean, dude, I didn't know.
Listen, man, Broken Baker told me while he was here, he's talking about meeting. He goes, how did he say it? Because it's so great with his accent and the way his eyes were just focused. He's like, I'm a big guy. And he is. Broken Baker's like a refrigerator, man. He is just a big, heavy, square box. And he's like, I've never saw a bigger human than Nick. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you don't understand. And he started trying to explain. I was like, okay, this conversation beginning to sound a little I'm getting uncomfortable here with your descriptions. I don't want to know how big Nick is. That's what we're gonna start calling it. Nick Starro, ladies and gentlemen, when he comes to America, he's Big Nick.
Yeah, I'm Big Nick. Now, but I mean, first of all, I mean, I'm just under 6'4". In Sweden, that's tall, but it's not huge. Then I'm around 270 pounds. That is big in Sweden, but not by American standards. But when you combine the two,
170?
270 pounds.
Oh, 270.
Yeah.
I thought you said 170, and I was like, dude, you
I
need
haven't
to come to
been
America and eat
170 pounds since I was 13. I mean, yeah, so by American standard, weight-wise, not that big. But when you do the combination, yeah, so even by Swedish standards, when you combine the height and the weight, I'm kind of I'm a big guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and I know because Baker. Now he's a big guy. As you said, he's built like a refrigerator. And then when we took those photos when Dave was over on the ferry trip, yeah, because I don't realize it because I've been this for 40 years. I mean,
yeah.
So I when I look myself in the mirror, yeah, I'm good.
It's just you.
Yeah.
What was it? Some people, hey, Texas Jen.
Hey, Tex.
So some people were saying, like, when you did that whole Dollywood thing here, they were surprised at how tall I was. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not lying. When I was, I'm a little bit over 6'1", and I'm like, it's just okay.
But it's the YouTube thing. Everybody's roughly the same size in the camera frame. I mean,
I'll admit, I sat up a little bit and I moved my camera a little bit down because when I started, it was more like I was like kind of like this, and I that's what happens. Have you ever noticed yourself starts to slouch? You kind of slide down a little bit, or you lean back. You're doing a long stream.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. But now I have my new chair. So this one
What'd you get?
I got Diablo.
What's Diablo? I don't know anything about this.
It's a Diablo XL share. Something. I found
this
it
really
on Amazon.
We talked about this last night. It's been a big complaint about chairs with everybody.
Yeah.
And Broken Baker doing like those 8-hour, 9-hour streams every single day. And he's got back problems anyway. He's really suffering. And I was like, I've got what is mine? It's a what are these things called? I don't even know anymore. Anyway, it's a gamer chair. And I was like, yeah, gamer chairs aren't comfortable like I thought they would be. But you said it's Diablo?
Yeah. Let's see if I can find the link.
There you
go. Diablo X Horn 2.0.
Did I misspell it?
Diablo X Horn 2.0.
Razor's what mine is. But it's not showing Diablo on Amazon for me.
There. No, this is the.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, you do know that Diablo is Spanish for devil, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I didn't know if you guys got
it kind of gives it away with the style and the neck cushion and stuff.
Yeah, it does give it away quite a bit. That's a cool chair. King XL. I love that, man.
Yeah. And this King XL is for people up to 320, 330. So it should. But my last chair, which was half the price, it said it holds up to 400 pounds. And oh, great. It took like a month and a half before it started creaking.
So that's a thing for me. I tell people, my thing is, first of all, like, look, I like a big chair. I don't want a small chair. And then also it's like, why would you not get the extra large? So you want stuff that holds more weight. I'm like, I don't know what I have on me. Like a lot of times I have stuff on my lap. White Rabbit will come in here and sit down and look at a video with me. A dog is jumping on me. I'm like, it's easy because the weight thing, I figured that's stationary, but I flop in a chair. I mean, when I flop in that thing, who knows what the scale pops up to. So anyway, that's
I'm really happy because with this chair, it's so wide. I actually have 1.5 inches on each side.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's awesome. And
that's awesome.
It's have this lower back cushion as well. Lumbar cushion or whatever it's called. I don't know in English, but extra support there. So my back naturally gets, when I lean back, gets into shape.
Oh wow.
So even when I do these 6-7 hour streams, I can just stand up, stretch, and I'm done. So so far I've had it for like 2 weeks now. So fingers crossed.
That's
Yeah,
awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
then this is my new home office, by the way. So
Oh, cool, man.
yeah, so I
Oh, yeah, you are
renovated.
changed around some.
Yeah, I mean, let's see here if I can
I just thought your
show.
camera angle was different, but now I
Yeah.
see the
Yeah,
back.
because normally I would have been just
Mhm.
hello, here I am. But now I'm at a big corner
Well, that's
desk,
cool.
so I've much more room.
That's awesome.
And the door there is a bathroom. So if I get totally smashed and fall over, my significant other can just pick me up in the morning and drag me into the shower and wake me up.
That is awesome. That's a bathroom that door is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yep.
Yeah, if I end up in that door,
Yep.
it's a closet. So
yeah, don't
I'm
go
not a
to the
closet
bathroom
kind
in
of
the
guy.
closet. That's not a great idea.
No. No.
Okay, but now we found,
Paula.
okay, so Galveston webcam. I need to find one in Houston as well. I'm there for the Matsuri this year because people complained I wasn't there last year. So
That's
I
awesome,
went,
man.
yeah, so I'm going there this year.
Are you an anime guy?
Yeah, so I have a few. I have the Alita Battle Angel, and then the standard ones. I mean, Bleach. Huge fan of the early seasons of Bleach. The laters, not so much. And Naruto, of course. I mean, who doesn't like Naruto? And I like the new live action thing of One Piece. I like. I never got into the anime.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not an anime guy.
Yeah, so I'm getting there that weekend. But I'm also visiting different crime scenes, which in Houston there's a lot
Houston,
of them.
there's a ton.
Yeah, but classic crime scene, like more crime scenes which are more widely known, not the one that are current.
Yeah.
which will be hard when I get to Atlanta, because everything is a crime scene in Atlanta.
Oh, you're going to Atlanta too?
Yeah.
Have you seen the Atlanta channels lately?
Yep. Yeah. But
somebody in the chat will be here. We'll be rolling out some ideas in a second. Atlanta's got some very colorful channels.
Yeah, but next stop is New Orleans.
Love New
on
Orleans,
the road trip.
Dude.
Yeah.
You got to. Do you have an itinerary for New Orleans? What you're planning on doing?
I have 2 restaurants that are more back alley, not the tourist thingy, that I had some suggestions of, but I haven't solidified the plans for New Orleans. I need to do a few of the touristy stuff. I need to visit the French Quarter and stuff like that. Because
so my 3 things in New Orleans are, well, of course, French Quarter, right? And you go to Jackson Square. Andrew, you'll see a big statue of Andrew Jackson, represents he fought, the Battle of 1812, Battle of New Orleans. Mothers for poor boy, po' boy, however you want to say it, sandwich. Central Grocery for a muffalata. That is the best sandwich I've ever had in my life. And then there's nothing like Cafe du Monde right there overlooking the Delta. It's a Vietnamese. The family came over from Vietnam during the war, and it's French. That's why they came to New Orleans, because it's French. And they make beignets, and they supposedly have great coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, so. But yeah, those would be. Those are just so cool. And of course, Pat O'Brien's to drink hurricanes and sit next to the water fountain that has a volcano in it.
Now I'm trying to keep notes. Let's say a French Quarter, then the statue of the guy.
Oh,
What's
it's Andrew Jackson. It's the
wasn't he a
what's the
president?
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
It's the cathedral down there. It's the Catholic. Why did I go blank on the name of the church on there? Is it it's not Cardinal Church. No, I forget. But anyway, it's Mothers, like Mothers, Central Grocery, and Cafe Du Monde. You gotta try some of the
Cafe
famous
Dumont.
restaurants. We have a bunch of Scottish restaurants called McDonald's. Porcelain Thunder, that's awesome. That's what I love. Did you ever see the movie Coming to America with Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Remember he worked at McDowell's and they all
McDonald's,
wore their outfits were all Scottish plaid.
Yeah, Scottish Square, yeah.
It was a black guy that owned it. I love that so much.
Mm. What was that sandwich?
Muffalata. Muffa.
MU FF
A. Yeah.
Lada.
Lotta. I think.
Muffalot?
Muffalata. Hang on, let me see.
That sounds
Dirty.
like a really, really bad combination of words in Swedish slang.
No, it's Muffuletta. Hang on, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Let's see.
ELA?
Muffalata, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, okay. Now it sounds less of two bad words in Swedish slang because a muff is a woman's, yeah.
Yeah.
So saying muffalata, yeah, a lot of, yeah.
Well, maybe that's why I spelled it that way because that's how I kind of remember it. Here, I forget. I always forget about private chat, and I'll type that in. It's Cafe Du Monde, and I would and ask people around what they think about those places. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Porcelain Thunder's got the World War II museum down there. That was amazing. I have not seen it. I've seen all the articles about it. It's very amazing. Somebody said something here. I haven't been to New Orleans in a long time. So, yeah, St. Louis Cathedral. Thank you, Texas Jen. I saw somebody else say that. Island. How you doing, Island? I always mispronounce your name.
Now I have a bunch of stuff to do in New Orleans.
St. Louis Cathedral.
Yeah, I would only stay the night in New Orleans, and then I'm driving again.
Get a muffalata to go. It is like the size of your head, man, and it will stay in a cooler or anything like that.
Yeah, and then I need one stop between New Orleans and Atlanta because I don't want to drive more than 4.5 or 5 hours per day.
So Mobile's close to New Orleans.
You have Montgomery. You have Mobile is quite close to New Orleans. Then you have Montgomery that is kind of in between.
Yeah, Montgomery. So Montgomery is the capital of Alabama, and it's a unique place. You have to Montgomery. I would think of it as there's two things I would do. One, I would search the history of Montgomery's like pre-Civil War because it is very, very heart of Dixie type of place. And then also Martin Luther King Jr. was from there, right?
Yeah. I do know about Martin Luther King.
So there's a lot of the civil rights stuff happened in Montgomery. So it's
a few of these classic sites or more important sites that I want to visit. And
well, I would definitely encourage you to look up Civil War stuff because that stuff is under attack so much recently that if you don't see it now, you may never see it. It may turn to a strip mall somewhere like, Battlefield or something. Oh, I got to add another one to your New Orleans.
Hey, that's Lynn Britton State. Yay! Order a coffee there and keep the mug in New Orleans, I guess. Okay. Yeah, but because flying home with Iceland Air, and I can get because I had this economy plus, so I can actually take one more bag home than I bring, so I can bring stuff
cool.
back to Sweden.
Is there anything? Is there anything like you guys can't get that you think about over here?
I almost said overweight, but I'm way past that.
No.
At 270, I can't talk anything about being overweight.
You're a good weight
mugs.
for your height.
Yeah, I will try to get mugs from every place, or a beer glass or something like that.
Wait a second. David Nelson, did you just read the private chat? Because I just put Pat O'Brien's and I said, order a hurricane when you're there, and you get a hurricane glass and you actually get to take that with you. I mean, I know
in
that
New
glass is
Orleans
not the best
or
thing,
in Houston?
New Orleans. It's in New
New
Orleans.
Orleans.
That'd be the bar I would suggest. They have a dueling piano bar in there.
Yeah.
So
well, yeah, I can put
cool.
stuff in a box and ship it back. Yeah, I do have a Florida-based PO box just for stuff like that. Oh,
that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I pay $10 a month for that PO box, and then collects everything, and then I can ship it over.
How much is the PO box? How's that work out?
It's a virtual PO box
Okay.
from a company called. I have to check here. Hold on. Because they have one in Europe.
Stop it, Mads.
They have one in Europe and one in. What's it called? I have to check my email.
David Nelson, I think you did read my mind. Well, there's so much you say, David, that I think we do think alike. And then Paula Carpenter says the Stone Plantation near Montgomery. I do not know about the Stone Plantation. So, but I do know Paula, and if she says that, I would definitely look it up.
I can't find it right now, but it is based out of Florida at least. I have it on my other computer, on my laptop. I have the bookmark, so I never keep track of what it's called. Okay, so Montgomery, I have Civil War stuff, civil rights stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where.
I get shot glasses, not mugs of beer glass. It takes up less space. Yeah. Oh, I can have the shot glasses on display. Yeah.
Yeah. Where did mine go?
That's a good idea.
Did I lose my shot glass? See, I have a problem. I have a Valhalla that comes over, and he is always leaving with stuff.
Texas Jen, I am in Houston. I land on the 7th, and I will drive out on the 11th or 12th.
Texas Jen, you gotta go see Nick. Get your picture taken with him. That'd be awesome. It'd be like this. Texas Jen is one of the best people to hang out
there's
with.
two things I need to get in Houston, because one, I really can't bring my cane because I can't have it on the plane, and I don't want this in the luggage in case it disappears. So I need to find a shop in Houston with some kind of customized canes. So I can
be honest with you, I've never heard of a customized cane. I live in East Tennessee, so people that get something, it's like it's a walking stick.
Yeah, I know. And those are so boring.
They're heavy, man. They're big, huge pieces of log. Yeah, just a big chunk of wood.
Yeah, but that's the thing with canes. I mean, I can't just have any ordinary cane because I need one that is, 39 inches or something like that. And I still need to have add-ons because otherwise it gets uncomfortable.
MD Thomas has a good point here. CVS and Walgreens are both pharmacies, and they do have canes, functional. Hey, Marissa. You need a hat like Legal Vices. Ginger, are you being nice to Nick when you say that? He's 6'4". Can you imagine the circumference of his head? And then you're gonna put on a cowboy hat. Oh, that's gotta be. I mean, you won't fit on the screen. That'd be kind of cool, to tell you the truth. I mean,
Yeah, I actually measured, and I think I am at 7 7/8.
Oh well, never mind. I think that's my head size. Head size?
Oh.
Head size.
It's
not 7/8.
Because my helmet here is, hold on, the inside of it. It has one of these leather insides, and that is 63 centimeters. That is because that is, I believe it's 8 inches, something like that.
Okay.
No, it's not. In hat size, it's an 8. That way, I can have a leather cap underneath to protect my head and hair and stuff. So the entirety of this helmet is, I think it's 65 centimeters or something like that, which is 8.5, something like that.
Have I asked you before about that helmet?
Oh, this is a replica of a 13th century North Germanic warlord. I forget his name.
Well, I have a question about the replica part. Like, do you have a shop there you saw it in, like a store, or is it really?
No,
that's what
I saw it in an online shop, and I scrolled through the different things, and this is done after, because they found his helmet, but it was like shattered and rusty and stuff. But then they made a replica after that model, and this is it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Montgomery, and by the way, I accidentally drove through Montgomery one time, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. Now, for you who don't know, this is my last chance to grift before, because what I earn on my channel this month gets paid in the end of next month, and that is my budget for my fun budget in the States. The rest is paid. With the airline tickets, the rental car, the 2 hotel rooms I need, because I have somewhere to stay the rest of the way. I have Valhalla in Tennessee. I have both Mo and Kaiser in Indiana, and Dave up in Michigan. And then I have a hotel in Houston. Then I need to find somewhere in Montgomery, if that is where my stop is, and then maybe 3 nights then, because from Atlanta up to Knoxville, it's kind of a 2-day trip.
From Atlanta to Knoxville?
Yeah, isn't it?
Where are you stopping at?
I don't know.
Because Atlanta, I mean, that's
like according to this, it's Chattanooga, but I don't know.
Atlanta's like 4 hours or 5 hours away
from Knoxville.
Yeah.
Or from you?
I'm in Knoxville.
Oh, you're in Knoxville. Yeah, you're in Knoxville. You're quite close to Valhalla.
Yeah. That's what I said. I have a Valhalla that comes over and takes things.
All right.
So but you know when he doesn't come over? When I need like help hanging my flag. I'm like, dude, I can't get my wife's like, it's 95 degrees. I'm not going outside. I'm like, I just need somebody to stand there and tell me what the height is. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, but as I said, this is the final because it's at
Paul
the
said you can
moment.
see her in Kentucky.
It's June 30th where I am, and it's the final day to grift. So, for you who want to help me, Wheel of Regrets, $50 per spin in super chats, gifted memberships, or via PayPal. So, or watch one of my videos over and over again, which had ads in it, something like that. So this is the final grift stream of sorts. But as I always say, it's never necessary. Don't give what you don't have. Never give what you don't have. But if you have, I wouldn't mind. I'm so bad at grifting for myself. I really am. That is why I invite Americans, because you can grift.
I don't know, man. I'm like probably the worst one there is.
I should have Jeff.
You know,
on.
it's
He's
even
great
like when
at
you
that.
think about it, I forget. Is that not weird?
Yep. It's a Wheel of Regrets. It has booze and disgusting things to eat.
There's a spoon of mayonnaise on there?
Do I have what?
Is that what they say? A spoon of mayonnaise is on there?
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Sherry. That gets us closer. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Do I have one of these? There it is. That brings us only $40 left to next. Actually, forgot. I got $5 via PayPal just after my last stream, so I will count that one to this one. So it's $35 left. And thank you, Lynn Britton, for becoming a member. That's it. Lynn Britton for becoming a member. That is another $3. And now you have access to all my members only stuff. And then we have Nathan C for $5. That is an additional $8. Now I have to calculate. That brings us to 27 to the next spin.
Yeah, and I can't type fast enough. So anyway.
Thank you.
Well, I wanted Holiday Road,
jackass?
man. Dude, let me tell you what, Holiday Road, that song was stuck in my head during this because you had that map and everything. You ever seen the movie Vacation with Chevy Chase? It's an old 80s Vacation. Movie, Holiday Road is the Kenny Loggins song. You got to listen to it. It is stuck in my head right now, just on replay. Sorry, I love that movie Vacation. Yeah, like Nathan C. Not stopping in DC. Boo. Flux is here, and I'm here.
Yeah, I know.
We were talking about Flux last night.
Maybe next year.
We need Flux to come on the stream to make it less gay.
Flux have the link, but I do know she's in a rough spot, so to speak.
Oh, yeah.
I saw on Twitter that her dog passed away, and I invite her. I have no expectations. Not stopping not this year, but if everything goes well with my channel, this might be an annual thing where I spend my vacation going crisscross across the United States, visiting friends, visiting folks, visiting crime scenes and stuff like that. And I will record and I will stream when I find free Wi-Fi. And thank you, Nathan, for becoming a member. And thank you to Q for your super sticker. Thank you so much. What is it? It's popcorn. And thank you, Expert, of course. And Cher Wilson's.
Well, you're not getting anything
else out of me, but now that you're staying with Valhalla. What? Sorry.
Now that I know you're staying with Valhalla, you're not getting anything else out of me. Oh man,
I forgot.
I bought that. Valhalla's so cool. I bought him he's never had. It's a long story, but anyway,
he have goats. You have goats. When I planned this, who do I know? Where do they live? I didn't know you lived in Knoxville. I will visit you too. We will have a stream together. I will derail your stream.
We'll see each other. Yeah. When are you going to be in Knoxville? What's the date?
Oh, let's see here. Let's see here. I leave Houston on the 11th or 12th. New Orleans, 12th or 13th. Atlanta around the 14th, which will mean Knoxville around the 15th
Of August?
of August, yeah.
I'm going to actually put you in me and my wife's calendar.
Why isn't Valhalla in here? I don't know. He has the link. Oh, thank you, Risa Murphy, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you. And it went to Shafos, Moni G, Sherry Wilson, Risa Murphy herself, and Paula Carpenter. Congratulations. Now you all have access to my members only content. And here comes Torin 3. Everybody go subscribe to Torin 3. Torin is my favorite relax YouTuber. His streams are amazing when he does that Japanese weaving stuff. It's so relaxing.
I don't think I know Torin.
You don't know Torin?
No, I don't think so.
Torin 3 on YouTube. He does these videos. Let's see if I can bring one of those up. Let's see here.
Yeah, Texas Jen definitely has to meet up with you in Houston so she can give you something to bring me.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, give you something to take. You need to take something to Valhalla from her.
Sure.
Yeah, she has something at Valhalla. So
nice.
We've never met, but I hang around with Flux, Valhalla, and Vices. Mm-hmm. Well, 2 out of 3 is not bad.
Yeah. Now, this is Torin 3 and what he does.
Boys and girls, I finally got back. Yeah, only about a month to Penzik. Oh, right.
And he makes these intricate
Penzik is one
weaves.
of the terms that people are using.
He made a belt for Jeff.
These are Japanese weaves?
Yeah.
Today was a pretty good day, though a couple hours ago I started getting really sleepy. So I may need some
How much do you sell these things for?
We'll have to see how it goes. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
I don't think he
19.
sells as much as sometimes he gift to different
I am
people.
starting to see some positive benefits from the Adderall.
Well, he will tell you in the chat because I saw him here. Let's see here.
You need to get one for you get.
All right. And
I take that back. I was going to say Valhalla, but I don't. Valhalla usually doesn't wear pants. But if he did, he needs a orange and white one. He's become a Tennessee Vol fan.
Let's see, 2, 17, 18, 21, 26, 31. Yeah, something. Oh. That took care of that. I was calculating where we were.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hey, thank you, Jeannie. Thank you. And that brings us to our first spin on the wheel of grats. And we're there. Sorry, Torin, but it's time for the wheel of regrets.
Marissa said if you go to Philly, you can stay with her. What's the? Oh, I thought it's sour shot. What's an Aggie shot or Aggie sauce? Crap. What's that?
I need to get a teaspoon. One moment.
So Marissa actually said, if you're ever in Philly, I'll show you the places the tourists
entertain the
know about. And I was like, yes, you can stay with Marissa. Yeah, I love you, Marissa. Torin 3, that is awesome. Why are they $3,000? Does that include labor? I mean, I don't know anything about what you're doing. I'm sorry. I'm new to understanding what's happening. And even then, I don't know what's happening. You can ask the chat. Chat knows I don't know anything. But Yeah, I wish he had his map up. I'd talk about some of the other places he's going. Texas Jen says, yes, I promise I'm safe. She needs to be saying, Nick, I promise you'll be safe around me. But she does. She has something to send to Valhalla. We just don't know. I don't know what it is. She talks about it. And so that'd be kind of cool if you gave that to Nick. Texas Jen.
That's it. This
Love me.
is Aji Lemon Drop. It's a chili sauce. Shaky, shaky. Now this is roughly half of a habanero.
Hey, you know what we ought to do, man? If you're gonna be here, you like these hot things. We ought to do that suicide chip challenge.
Oh,
Suicide, not suicide, not suicide. No, not.
yeah, I know what you.
It's a flavor of chip. So if there's any AI listening, it's a hot chip. Like it's the taste buds are what get hurt. Just Dawn. There's another Texan for you. Are you gonna live, Nick, with that stuff?
Yeah. Now, this is hot, but it's so good. It's very citrusy, a little bit of pineapple. It has tropical juice, ají chili, pineapple juice, orange juice, passion fruit, grapefruit, lemon juice. So it's very, very citrusy and so good with chicken. Amazingly good with chicken. Oh. And that means hide the choice. So next one, it's a bigger chance or risk, depending how you see it, for some of the really bad stuff. Oh, crap. I closed down the map. That was a bad idea. Oh, history. There it was. Oh, come on. Show it. No. Stop it.
Oh, we were from
Atlanta. Why? Why do you do that?
Yeah. You gotta save those things.
Houston, New Orleans.
I'm out. Oh, there you go.
Atlanta, Delphi, Indiana.
You missed Knoxville.
Oh, crap. Knoxville in between. There. And Detroit. Well, it's not Detroit. It's where Davis.
Yeah.
But yeah, hold on. Where is it? Galveston at the top. So I'll really go coast to coast, but not the coast to coast you would expect. Yeah. And then if everything goes well this year and my channel keeps the... Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, let's go with it again.
Atlanta to Knoxville is 3 hours and 3 minutes right now.
Oh, it's not more. Okay,
It's
then I will
214
do that
miles.
in a day.
The longest route is under 200 miles. It's the shortest distance, and it's almost 4 hours, which would be incredibly fun. But you go through Maryville and stuff. I can see why it takes so long.
There. That okay. Now okay. There it is. Yeah. So. Does Tabasco give tours in Louisiana? I don't know.
Just Don, he's going to go to Anime Montserrat.
So my choices of doing this road trip was either in August or in May, and this is a route you don't want to take in tornado season.
There's nothing bad happens there.
No, but it's my vacation, so I didn't have much choice.
I would say like Memphis to Oklahoma City is probably like or Kansas, go to Kansas City up there. Yeah, that's right there in the middle. So like that little spot of the country, that's where all the tornadoes are.
Okay. Yeah, I know, but I'm in an air-conditioned hotel room, an air-conditioned car, and yeah, it's all. I might lose some weight. Who knows?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I ran my air conditioner crazy yesterday.
Yeah,
And now
another. I mean, if I ever get a sponsor, this is from Brutal Brewing. It's Swedish brand. So yeah, because these makes the best non-alcoholic beers I've ever had. Now that might be a very low standard, but it's still great if you like the taste of beer. This isn't non-alcoholic. This is 3.5. So.
Oh, that's non-alcohol. That's no alcohol for you.
No, it's actually they have a beer that is non-alcoholic. That's actually really, really good. I just wanted a beer to.
That's true, Len. I didn't think about Alabama.
And in my favorite mug.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, who was it? Was it Heineken a year or two ago started advertising their non-alcoholic beer? And I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I was like, I really liked it. I mean, I'm not a big Heineken guy, but I was like, for what it is, it's good. And Mads is asking like non-alcoholic or 0.5. They're 100% non-alcoholic. You don't get ID'd for them anymore. And anyway, here's the thing that's funny about it is I drink a lot of I used to drink a lot of Dr. Peppers, and Dr. Pepper is not it's not the friend of my pants. My waistline expands. So you get tired of drinking diet drinks, and those non-alcoholic beers are like 50 calories. So I love them.
Where's Philly or Philadelphia?
Philadelphia.
Where is that in the United States?
Pennsylvania. It's up in
Pennsylvania.
Top,
okay,
right?
That's a bit out
Next
of
to New
my
Jersey.
route. Sadly,
yeah,
that's a bit out of my route. At least this
year. Are you leaving from Detroit?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm leaving from Detroit on the 24th, and I'm going to meet Dave and Solomon Anderson up there, and we'll be trying to recreate what the prosecution claims Zachary Anderson did, as in roll up a 270-pound man in a rug, carry him out without leaving any drag marks or blood droplets, put him in the back of a family van on a 3x4-foot square. Yeah.
Be sure and have a dolly.
Yeah. No, but there was no mark, no anything, no dolly, no anything. And it's so stupid. But Zach got convicted.
Well, we're looking at Karen Reed's going to be having the same thing, right? And I'm beginning to realize that it's I don't know what it is about. It seems like law in America, and it's not. It's such a small thing. It's these outlier cases, and you get stuck on them, and you think that you start to believe like every case is like that. And it's not true, but it's
I know
you hate seeing injustice anywhere, right?
Yeah,
but it seems like there is a thing. Maybe this is YouTube's fault, where the prosecutors they're just overdoing stuff, and defense seems to be doing more of a show instead of a practice of law. And at the end of the day, it goes to a jury who thinks, well, if they didn't get arrested, they went. If they didn't do it, they wouldn't have been arrested. That's how you hear so many people say.
And then I also think we underestimate or overestimate sometimes how little some people know about, for instance, the Karen Reed case or trial. Due to the laws of physics, that car could not have hit that man. Here's the thing about physics. It's really hard to explain.
I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that, because that was what I was going to say. Was like, well, who understands physics that's on the jury?
Yeah.
Nick, in America, it is people take pride in getting out of jury duty.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's probably more important. Having good jurors and doing jury duty is more important than it is to vote for president, because you're affecting a real life that you can see, and we don't have good jurors. You have lawyers that you got to go to, you spend your entire life in school, you're in your mid to late 50s before you're at that halfway point where you weren't in school. And then you have jurors that are just like, you're looking for people that have nothing else better to do and will actually go. And so, I mean, who is that person? Who is the juror in America?
Yeah, it's the bus stop person, and people who ride buses don't ride cars. But here's another thing, which I saw it in a documentary a good number of years ago. A good number of people who don't have the ability to picture things in their mind. It's called aphantasia. It's not a disease or a diagnosis. It's just that they are unable. If I say apple, 95% of the population can picture an apple, but 5% can't. You have to show
5% picture a computer.
Yeah, maybe. But
or a phone.
There are people out there, they can't picture things in their mind. They don't dream, but it's not a disease. It's just that's how they are wired. And so when a defense attorney goes to ask this physics professor to explain physics, they explain it to people who can picture this in their mind. And then you have people who just can't. And because when we picture it, we understand, oh, that is what he's meaning. But these people might not. And that is the problem. A combination of people who watch all the streams about Karen Reed, watch it with lawyers or laymen who explains what's going on. A jury don't have that. So that in combination with, it might be one or two who just can't picture things in their mind. And they are lost. All they hear is, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him. And that makes sense.
And that's the thing. You're right. You're 100% correct. And it is something I hit him, I hit him, I hit him. I didn't realize, because I'm not watching the trial. And I've had some really good streams for people that are watching the trial, like Caitlin. She's really into it, and I've had a couple opportunities with her to come on and tell me what I've missed and what's happening. And I didn't know that was said 2.5 years after he was hit. Somebody said that it was in a grand jury thing, and I was like, "Whoa, that's just."
Nobody at the time said it. Not until that one grand jury, and then all of a sudden everybody remembers it. Or all the witnesses remembers it because one started saying it. These jurors are hearing it for the first time. They haven't followed this. And that's the danger, because I think we overestimate what the jury actually thinks. That's a dangerous thing, because I know physics. I understood what the guy on the stand, or the two guys on the stand, said. But here's the thing. I'm quite highly educated.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody is. Most people live with a high school diploma.
Well, Nick, here's the thing. Let's go a step back. You don't even have to be highly educated formally to understand, it's our little world. Because I see this a lot with YouTube stuff. So it's like you get on a case, right? And like someone like Broken Baker can tell you everything there is about Karen Reed. That's all he's been doing for a month or 6 weeks, whatever it is, 10 weeks now. I forget how long. But there's so much other stuff that's happening there. And it's like so when you have someone who has no idea what's happening and somebody who knows everything about it, and those two get together, it's a very awkward conversation because this person may not be interested at all, and this person is so interested they tell everything they know without listening to this person over here. So everything they're saying is going on deaf ears, and it's I don't know.
But this is the thing. I mean, I've been training new lawyers in labor law for decades. They all come in as complete beginners. I've been doing this for more than half my life. Well, no, I've been doing it for 30 years. I'm not 60. So almost a long time. More or less my entire adult life. I've been doing labor.
A math time. Because I hate math.
Yeah, a math time. But then I have to realize that person is not on my level. I have to go back to when I started learning to understand. I need to explain this to a person who simply don't know. And when you have a lot of information, you kind of forget that not everybody has that boatload of information. And it's a dangerous thing.
Well, that's what I was, my thing saying, like how like YouTubers, you see it, where they're very much into a case and everything else, and they know everything about it. Well, that's the same way in a courtroom, because the legal community is so small. It is so teeny tiny. And everybody knows everything. Everybody knows everything about everybody. And they sit there, they have a big case like this. That's all they talk about. And it's their entire world. And then they get in front of a jury. And I realized something the other day. It's like, I take a different perspective on these cases. I think because my background was originally I was in politics, right? Like that was my whole thing. I loved doing campaigns and everything. And I wanted to get into government, so I went to law school, and it ended up becoming a YouTuber because it's so much more fun. But it's what happens is you get tunnel vision, and you can't see the bigger picture, and you don't realize that who you're talking to is that kindergarten student. It's that first day of class. And you don't want to send homework home on the first day. Nobody wants to be that teacher. What you want to do is you want to make them eager to come back the next day and eager to keep listening to you. And that's the part I look at on trials, how to see how because very few people in the jury are following the law. And even if they are, they haven't done it before. They don't understand it. We're bored in the chat now, so I'm sorry. Let's go back to America, man. Where's your trip next? So you're going to Atlanta, hot Atlanta. Home of Coca-Cola, the Atlanta Braves, Atlanta Falcons.
So
Gone with the Wind was written there.
Yeah, I will be in Atlanta 14 or around the 14th, something like that. I will try to get into the courtroom of the Young Thug trial because I've been covering that case for over a year. I might get arrested because I've been using not so nice words about the prosecution and the judge and everything. And somehow I'm highly recognizable. Maybe. Hopefully they don't watch my show. But I want to visit there, and I will try to get an interview with one of the lawyers. And then I will not stay the night in Atlanta. I have a motel just outside of Atlanta, because Atlanta, not the best
place
it
used to be
that night.
I just heard that a lot of gangs have started buying up the properties and outside. It's all in Buckhead and everything. So
yeah, so I will visit Atlanta, and I have a bunch of stuff to do there. I already have Atlanta trip planned out, so thank you for any tips. But I'll be Yeah, I will. I can be conspicuous in my full yellow suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think the
But
Varsity is a drive-in that's like by the interstate, and that's like an old classic place.
the Varsity in Atlanta this year. Okay. Nick towering above Glanville in court. I will never get close to Glanville. That I will never be as close as I can compare. That won't happen. But they have talked about there's a huge guy who stares into the courtroom from outside on the witnesses. I want to see that guy because I do know that one of the witnesses was a black guy at 6'3" and 330 as a witness, and he's a cop. Now he's one of the good cops, so I don't think it's him. But I mean, when you are my size, you kind of like to compare yourself with other people who are of a huge size.
Dude, there's not a lot of Swedes in Atlanta. I'll tell you that right now.
No. I will stand out. Even if I wasn't my size, I would still stand out.
Yeah, man, you're gonna get a taste of being a minority.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Jingles. Hello. Yeah, so Atlanta is planned, so to speak. And after Atlanta, Knoxville. Okay, then I know it's just a day trip. And well, since I know it's not 2 days up to Knoxville, I might stay an extra day so I can visit both you and Valhalla.
Well, we're not far from each other, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to interrupt your trip. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk
yeah.
later.
Figure out all the ins and outs. What was I put it in my calendar? I didn't even look to what day of the week that was, the 15th.
Did Atlanta go east? Chattanooga is west of Atlanta, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. That's just the way the interstates go.
Yeah, I mean,
big town.
Yeah,
so,
I will drive the interstates because I don't want to go through.
Oh boy,
Alabama
you sure do have a
Tennessee.
pretty mouth.
I mean, as soon as I start hearing banjos, I mean, I need to step on the gas. Yes, the cuddly serial killer.
Steven, I didn't know that. I want to go over there to Smith Wesson. It's in Maryville.
Now, that's one thing I need to try to get to do. I mean, we have such rigorous gun laws here in Sweden, so I haven't been able to do any practice shooting for
pew-pewing
for a very long time. But when
I'm in we might be able to work something out.
Yeah. Now I mean, my favorite gun is always Glock 19, but I'm open for everything.
Put mine back together.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah.
I
have several.
But I kind of expected you to have a gun, but not maybe just a Glock 19. But then again, it's a very, very common gun.
I've got a few dozen.
Yeah, I don't have guns, but I mean, I have my cane, I have my axe, I have more than one knife.
I'm very American. Yeah, I'm very, very American.
I have farm tools that weigh tons that are designed to rip up ground. Yeah. So yeah.
I've got. What do you like? What do you like in the pew field?
I mean, in the
Would
military, I fired our AK-50 and the AK-5, and so I had some experience. And the machine gun, the M90, and the Glock, both 17 and 19. then I fired our platoon leader's 45 Smith & Wesson, and then different hunting rifles. But that's about it. So I don't have any preference like that. I mean, a Glock 19 fits good in my hand. So
see, that's so weird. I hate it because it doesn't fit my hand at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the angle of it. Like if I, so the Israelis do it best. If you take your finger and you point at something, you are pointing right at something. Now imagine that is
the barrel.
Firearm. And that is, so they do training for point and shoot, right?
Yeah.
So if on the angle of the Glock, I think is like 22 degrees. I don't know where they measure it from. And I think the angle on like a 1911 is 17 degrees, maybe.
Okay.
And anyway, that it's just a couple degrees difference. And the 1911 fits me absolutely perfectly. Which it does so many people. It's amazing. But the Glock, when I point it, I am high by, I mean, like I have to search for my sights, and I'm always like, my wrist. Okay, this is a natural for my wrist. For on a Glock, I've got to do this. Now, the idea is like, see how straight your arm is? I've heard this is a European thing. I mean, who knows, right? It's Americans telling me this stuff. Gun guys are full of BS, dude. That's what my dad was taught me.
No.
So like this would be normal for me, all right?
Yeah.
But for a Glock, you gotta be careful like that. And
that's because
the idea is that for
I'm taught the old way because of age, and this is to counteract the recoil, that you already have this down, so you recoil less. But you go here and go there.
I heard that. That's what I heard. And then, hey, Aaron.
I have no idea if that's true or not, but that's how I do.
Here's the thing, man. I've heard so many stories about firearms that I am convinced that physics do not exist in the firearm field. You ask people these things because it's like, it's just everything. It's for some reason somebody buys a firearm. And then they have to make sure that everybody in the world knows that is the greatest gun ever made. And I'm like, you know, I got into like the history and stuff because America is shaped so much by the thing about cowboys, you know? And
I mean,
I love that stuff.
I mean, without the United States, where would we be in guns? Because more or less after 1850, every gun has been invented in America or with American standards.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, we do have European guns, but
H&K's got
you were first with the revolver. You were first with the Chiching on the rifle. I mean, you were because you had to. I don't mean if you had to, but you had to invent because, of stuff. And it was really fun to do it, I assume. I don't know. The United States was not the friendliest place in the 1800s and 1700s, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So, I mean, think about it. You know, there was a documentary on Amazon Prime, of all places, about the Pilgrims landing. And it was the Kennesaw is a cool place. Kennesaw, Georgia. It's a city ordinance that everybody has to own a firearm. Now they can't force you to do it, you know, but they did pass that back in like the 80s, and it has the lowest crime of any place in Georgia, or at least at some point did. But
I could visit a gun show. Maybe
you can go to a gun store. There's a gun store, one of the biggest ones around.
I can't.
We can get a flamethrower while you're here. You can buy a flamethrower and take it back, can't you?
No.
I mean, you don't take the gas with you. You just take the thing.
I can build a flamethrower here. But
anybody can.
I don't want to. But
I got in trouble with one last night.
I mean, I have all the stuff to build a home moonshine stuff. I just don't put it together. But I have all
Stop it,
the
Lisa.
tubing and stuff. I mean, because you never know, because booze will be really, really good to have in the event of a zombie apocalypse.
Zombie apocalypse, yeah.
Yeah.
Have
Booze.
you is distilling liquor legal in Sweden?
Nope.
It's not. Okay. So what you obviously, if you were to have a still, then you obviously are doing it because you want distilled water.
Exactly.
It just tastes so much better to distill your own water.
Exactly.
I got you, man. There's a lot of people into distilling water.
Now I can build distill from a teapot to tubes and a bowl of ice water on top of a big can. Because that's more or less all it is. You need something to boil, something to transport, something to cool. Don't do that, folks, if it's illegal where you are. Because it also tastes very, very bad. But it's alcohol.
Valhalla does not do any distilling. I think he should distill water, but he lets his kidneys do all his water cleaning for him.
He turns a beer into water.
Yeah, he's good at that. He's good at that.
Let's see here. Now it's the next beer from Brutal Brewing. It is Wild Canary. It's a session IPA. It won't ruffle your feathers, it says on the can. So if anybody from Brutal Brewing is watching this, I wouldn't mind a sponsorship at all. Now, I still promote your beer, but non-alcoholic, of course, because in Sweden you can't do alcohol commercials. It's only for non-alcoholic stuff. Cheers! Nashville hot chicken in Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing now.
Do you have that in Knoxville as well, or do you have a Knoxville hot chicken?
I mean, you can get hot chicken, but I mean, it's hot chicken. So, like I used to live in Nashville for a little bit, and yeah, Aaron,
Yeah.
welcome back to Tennessee.
I like my mug.
That's a cool mug. That's a cool mug.
It's perfect for a 33 centiliter beer. So it's a small. I like small jugs. Phrasing. Okay, let's see. And that was Knoxville. Now the next stage of the trip is all the way up to Delphi, Indiana. And Delphi, Indiana. What's that? Sorry.
You're gonna do that one day?
I don't know. One or two.
Well, there's one thing is on the way north, you pass the original Kentucky Fried Chicken, if that's a thing to you. And then
yeah,
it's a big tourist spot. I mean, it's cool because it is a restaurant that was attached to a little motel that Colonel Sanders would have spent his entire life, greeting people as they drove down the highway. And the interstate came through and took all his business away. So he took his recipe for chicken and went on the road and started trying to sell it to people as a franchise. And at 70 years old is when he started this, and he became a millionaire.
Yeah,
and lived until he was 90. So that's why I always tell people when people are like talk about retirement and everything else. I'm like, Colonel Sanders didn't start Kentucky Fried Chicken until he was 70. So anyway, it's cool. They got all the original one there.
Broken Bacon, the Danish hate the Swedes. No, I mean,
there's still jealous about a battle.
Yeah,
where you guys watch across the frozen lake.
Yeah, we are currently, for the past 250 years, we are on occupied land according to the Danes here in where I live. And now for the past 1,000 years, we have been at war with the Danes for about 700 of those. Sometimes we are war against a common enemy, but most of the time we have been at war against each other. Or probably longer than that as well, but that's as long as we can get written records of it. But the past 200 years, we've been calm. I mean, historically speaking, Sweden is the most warfaring country in the world if you count 1,000 years back. But if you only count the last 200 years, not so much.
Yeah, 200 years about all we've got. So we're getting ready to celebrate
exactly.
250 years ago.
I mean, your historical sites, I mean, the oldest part of my farm is from the mid-1800s. That would be a museum in the United States.
Yeah, right. Hey, Ghost just put in, that's the location for the original KFC.
Nice.
That's it's cool.
Thank you.
But anyway, no, if you're going up there, if you go through Louisville, man, that's another place. Louisville Slugger, baseball bats. I know that doesn't mean anything to y'all, but I mean, think about it, it's American baseball. You go right there into the factory. They're making them there right there for the major league. And you can have your own baseball bat autographed by you.
We do have baseball bats here in Sweden. We just don't play the game. We have it for other reasons.
Tire thumpers.
Yeah.
Tire thumpers.
Yeah,
You have to
tire
thump your
thumpers.
tire to
Exactly.
hear if it has
Exactly
air
my thought. Finland is a nice buffer state. What? Yeah, against the Russians. Yeah. Finland has been either Russian or Swedish territory all up until 1916. Then it became a country of their own again. They have been their own country from time to time. Now, Russia still occupy parts of Finland, the Karelian territory. But sooner or later, we will get it back, because once in a while, they implode. So if any Russians out there, now, part of my heritage is Russian. Somebody from Russia fled Russia because wasn't too happy with the current Tsar in the late 1700s, and he fled to Sweden. And yeah, so from my father's side, we come from Russia. The rest of it is, we have traced my ancestry down to the 11th century. So yeah, this is 1,000 years of Scandinavian inbreeding.
Yeah. Did you see Mo the other day? It was on the Karen Reed stream with Peyton. He said, I forget what, somebody said something, and she goes, "Yeah, and it's not even the good kind of incest." I about fell over, man. I was actually this right here. I was putting together this big old thing, and I was like, "What did you say?" And I mean, dude, actually, I had her on my TV, and I had to go get my phone. I was like, "What was that, Mo? What is happening?" Oh, it was great. It was great. I was like, "Well, she has 5 or 25 kids, however many she has, you know." Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, that was so. I mean, Mo, she has her way with saying stuff without thinking, and
that was so funny. That was a well thought out comment she made. She meant to say that. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
I told everybody when they see her, go over and say, "Hey Mo, where's the guns incest?" So bad. She lost it herself. Hey, Frank Otter.
Ghost
but yeah, Louisville's
something.
got Louisville Slugger. That's the only thing I know about that place. But of course, Indianapolis. That's got a lot of cool stuff.
Something
weird. In Russian now?
No, I mean I recognize some of the letters. It's something about chat, but I don't know exactly. Yeah. For those who don't know, I spent 3 years in the European Parliament as a documents analyst, which included reading in different languages. And that was a crash course in different languages.
Thank God for Google Translate.
Yep. Yeah. For you who are completely new here, hi, I'm Nick. I'm doing a road trip through the United States and visiting sites, crime scenes, courthouses, and just sites. Oh, Go says there are no Russians in chat. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I haven't. The Cyrillic letters are rough to translate. No, so I do. I mean, I read all the Germanic languages. I understand to read. At least I did in French and some of the Eastern European languages. At least back. I haven't been in the that. I 2012 was the last year I did that in the European Parliament. So it's 12 years ago. So I'm a bit rusty. I can order beer and a hooker in many languages.
It's called cash in America. Called cash, man.
Oh, Delphi Courthouse is beautiful. Look up in the ceiling, beautiful. I will try to visit Delphi. It's Delphi around the 17th, I believe. Kaiser has promised me a barbecue, and Mo. They live like half an hour, 45 minutes from each other. And so we'll be staying at Mo's house, which will be interesting, with 6 kids. I mean, and I like being alone, but I mean, I also like to visit people when I know I can just fuck off. And then road trip to recharge the batteries for with myself. And hi, Toilet Carissa, Paula, and everybody in the chat. We are $41 from the next spin on the wheels. Super chat, gifted memberships, or via PayPal. I haven't checked PayPal in a bit. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Nothing since last stream. Okay, no worries. Have I posted the... Oh, that might be it. I haven't posted my PayPal link in the chat. That might be it. Yeah. Okay, here it is.
Annie wants to know, how long is your trip to the U.S.?
17 days.
Oh, wow. You're doing
So
it right.
I land on the 7th and I take off on the 24th. And I'll be...
you're leaving out of Detroit?
I'll be staying a few days in Detroit to try to do that reenactment of the Zachariah Anderson case. That really, really important prosecution case where one person lifted a 270-pound man rolled up in a blood-soaked rug without leaving any traces of it. Hey, Nathan. Teach us more bad words in Swedish. Well, Swedish curse words are often about farm tools and religion and how to put farm tools in bad places.
That's kind of like how they are in the South.
Yeah.
Hey, Gigi.
Gigi. Hello, Gigi.
She is like one of my most nicest Twitter people. Like, she's always like retweeting and making giving stars or whatnot, hearts, whatever they do on Twitter. I'm like, oh, cool. Thank you, by the way, Gigi.
Thank you so much, Nathan. Teach us, man. Okay. Well, you have the normal ones, like we say, instead of we say, if just as a shout out thing, we say fan, which means the devil. But if you stub your toe, it's fan and stuff like that. And or helvete, which is hell. And then if you don't then add farm tools or tools like klappträ, then you have that is the board where when women did laundry back in the day, they smashed things with the board to make things clean. I have no idea how it works. That board is called a klappträ. And now add helvete ditt jävla klappträ. Now it's hell, you devil, clap wood, something. Nathan C, thank you. How about the crazy? In label, I always say I don't discuss anything that is not 10 years or older. Then in label, I have a lot of these damn do not talk about it agreements.
Yeah.
But generally, the craziest story. Well, the craziest is so sad. I was representing a person about 20 years ago. Had a malfunctioning tool, and she got her hair stuck. So it pulled out a good chunk of her scalp. And I represented her in the negotiations before it became a criminal matter. But so there wasn't a requirement back then to have a hairnet. It wasn't a requirement until it was a criminal matter. Then all of a sudden that requirement came back to bite her because she should have known according to the court. So she used this tool from her employer, didn't need to wear hair protection, hair got stuck and pulled out, and nothing happened to the employer. And that is crazy because just maybe 10 years ago, the statute changed. But this was more than 10 years ago. So had that happened less than 10 years ago, we would have gotten something from the employer already in the negotiation stage, and probably through a criminal matter as well, but not when that happened, sadly. Crazy fun stuff. I have a video on it. I believe it's a members only video about the guy who bankrupted himself because he wouldn't put up a guardrail. Yeah. He built a brand new warehouse and with that came the dock, forklifts in and out, and we reminded him you need a guardrail and a roof, so to take away the risk of them sliding across down. He was very, very anti-union, so he said, yeah, I will do it. So then we visited again a few months later. Nothing happened. Okay, you really need to do this. I mean, it's a requirement. Here is the actual statutes and laws and everything. Sure. Yeah. Visited again a few months later. Nothing happened. And then we said, okay, now we'll smack a fine on you. And he said, okay, but we said, if you build within 2 months, we will remove that fine. And he built something. He built a fence around the property so we couldn't get in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
That works.
which meant, first of all, you can, because it was a unionized workplace, so he couldn't keep us out. He tried. So this went back and forth, and he hired lawyers after lawyers after lawyers. So this went on for almost 4 years. And then all of a sudden, his lawyers notified us, we will not represent him anymore because he filed for bankruptcy. He spent so much money on lawyers that he bankrupted himself instead of building a damn guardrail. That would have cost maybe top $5,000. He chose to bankrupt himself out of millions in lawyers' fees. Yeah. That
Oh,
was
dude, what an idiot, man. It's so yeah. I know somebody else is well, I don't know him personally, but I know somebody else is probably gonna end up going down that road. So that's yeah.
Hello, and thank you for your PayPal donations earlier. I saw it. I just didn't see it before the stream ended. But thank you so much. And now another $2. Yay! And that brings us to $37 to the next spin on the wheel of regret. Now, let's see here. Delphi, Indiana. Stop it.
Yeah, so Delphi, that's gonna be a weird one, man. Because
Yeah, and
I
that
mean, you
is
can, you know, if you streamed like live streamed, like from like you went to where that bridge is and stuff, that'd be. I mean, of all the stuff I've seen, I've never seen anybody else. I don't really see anything about people just going there and going that bridge and everything. It's
yeah. But the
that'd be a
reason
while.
is the Delphi case
Yeah.
and all the things that goes around. Delphi, Indiana have a lot of fake Acer people.
Yeah.
Call them diaper Nazis. So, and in the Delphi case, the defense alleges that the murders that Rick Allen is accused of was actually committed by these fake Acer believers.
Yeah.
So that caught my attention. I started looking into it, and the bastardization they have regarding the Acer faith, which my ancestors' religion, it's so infuriating because it's almost unrecognizable the way they bastardized it. So I need to get there. I need to walk the streets of Delphi, Indiana, just to show you motherfuckers are not Vikings. This is a Viking.
Well, it's that whole thing, man. Like that was the start of me getting out of true crime. Because I didn't know about that case until like maybe a year after it happened, which is like 2 years ago. Long time before I knew who you were or anybody else. I was just up here doing 3 videos a day, every day, because you had to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours for you live. We did before StreamYard was a thing. And anyway, so I found about Delphi and I started, you start falling into it and none of it makes sense. And then all of a sudden you start going to like the conspiracies and then you start seeing all the stuff about kids and you go into a whole different way, a whole different realm. And it's just, here's the thing. Like, I'm not that person. I'm not an advocate for kids. I don't have the stomach and I hate that about me. I really do, but it's, I can't do it.
Yeah, so. I completely understand because that case is so. Sadly, I've seen some of the crime scene photos because they were leaked and sent to me. I will never display it. Never. No. Here's the thing about the allegations from the defense that sticks were placed on those kids that reminds of runes. And I saw it and I recognized it immediately. Yeah. Sticks don't fall that way on accident. It's and it's infuriating to see that case the way it's been handled by that judge and the prosecution and the investigators.
Again,
the investigators in that case lost the first 70 days of interviews. Everything is gone.
Dude, look at it, man. Like, I said about that whole, like, the mentality is you get into these small, you get hyper focused on something. That's Delphi. It's a super small town, and then all of a sudden everything hit with YouTube and all that stuff, and everybody didn't know what to do. And and they started getting attacked all the time, and so they had to come up with somebody. And unfortunately for I can't remember the guy's name now that they arrested. but he had the same clothes, and I just don't know.
And one of the
Hey, look,
people
Good Logic's
that-
finally gonna make it.
Yeah, he's finally.
Maybe a little
He's
check
been
mark.
close for so long, up and down, and he deserves it. He deserves his 100K.
Dude, I'm really impressed and very thankful that you've had recent growth, because like mine came at the beginning of the year, and so like this is kind of a trend though with my channel now. And then June it goes flat, summer goes flat, and then it started dropping down, and I started losing subscribers. And the only thing, it's an OCD thing that bothers you, because I saw like it was like 6.1 thousand. And I was like, oh man, that's so awesome. Like I love that. And then it dropped down. I lost like 20 subs. It would drop down to like 6, and there's no point anything. And I was like, oh, that drives me insane, man. It just drives me nuts. And but anyway, so seeing, there's a lot of people like that though. I've seen in different things. They're having good streams, but they're not growing. Of course, subscriber numbers, it's a mental thing. It's a you got to have views. But good for Good Logic, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
seems like I've never met him. I have met him one time.
Yeah, I agree. I am criminally undersubbed, but that's just YouTube's. I didn't catch the Karen Reed train because I'm doing the Young Thug thing. And
There's no
now
train,
I've got a bunch of new subscribers the last month after the Judge Glanville thing. Now it's starting to level out, but it's slowly but steadily.
That's what YouTube wants you to stick on one thing forever. And
Yeah,
I
I know.
stuck on Summer Wells because that was East Tennessee. And I stuck on it I still have more videos on Summer Wells than I do anything else. And I drove past her house. I drove all around her property and all this stuff, man. I did all these things that like I don't see anybody else doing. And it became too much. It was just, I can't stand this stuff. I got to have action,
Yeah.
So, but you're doing good. Stick with Young Thug. You'll be great, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Kurt was telling Good Logic you can buy Google Ads to get subs. Yeah, I know. But I do believe that Aussie
he said
tried that route, and he got like 5,000 subs in a couple of weeks. Here's the thing. Those 5,000 only watched one video and never returned. All of a sudden, the algorithm goes.
Yeah.
Because then they think, oh, you're not interesting. So we had to fight for more or less the last year to start not losing subscribers for a year.
Yeah. Big channels, if you look at their views, they usually have maybe 1% of the subscribers are actual viewers. And that's just my own observation. And 1% is good. If you start seeing like 2, 3, those things, you're kicking it, man. You're kicking it.
And one thing about this, you have to have at least 20% new viewers. Then you start to climb up videos, streams, and stuff. And I've been watching my the thingy, and sometimes it's no new viewers. Sometimes it's more new viewers. But I think I average just under 20% new viewers.
Yeah, see, I've got a real high ratio. I'm like it's 85% of the people that watch my videos are subscribers, and it's let's go. It's just I don't know. The best thing is don't look at numbers. Just do not look at the numbers. It'll drive you insane, and you'll try to change stuff. And as soon as you change stuff, and you're not doing it naturally, you start to suck.
I completely agree, because once you start to look at the numbers, I have to do that, I have to do that, that took off, that means I have to focus on that. I can't do it because the Young Thug trial keeps moving, and I'm covering it. I promised my viewers back in, I believe it was June or July of last year, I'm going to cover this from gavel to gavel. That was before I knew it was going to be this long of a trial.
Crazy,
and that was when I thought it was going to be a 6-month trial. We are at month 8, and we're not halfway through the prosecution's case.
Well, at least you got something to do.
Yeah. They have over 100 witnesses left in their case in chief.
When I go live, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I think I'm going to go live later on tonight. It's bad, but no, I don't know. I've got to leave here in a few minutes, man. Let's get you on up to Detroit.
What I'm going to do when I'll be visiting Dave, who's going to take me sailing on the Great Lakes, and then Solomon will hopefully join, and we will try to do more about the Zachariah Anderson documentary. And my part will be to be a 270-pound man in a rolled-up carpet or a rolled-up rug, to try to reenact what the prosecution claims that Zachariah did to Rosario Gutierrez. So that is what I'm doing up there, and then I will be flying back via Iceland and Denmark, and then I will be home again on the 25th.
That's awesome, man.
So I will not be in Detroit. This is just for the map. I will be outside of Detroit. I will not actually be in Detroit. That I know of. And I will having a rental car all the way. And thanks to one of my viewers, she gave me a lot of hints and tips on how to get. Always ask for a free upgrade. And if you don't get a free upgrade, you can get a discount on an upgrade. So I rented a Ford Focus in the hopes of getting a Ford Edge. So unless I get arrested in Georgia. Yeah, if Fannie Willis or Soulless Miss Love, if they see me, I might need representation in Georgia. But that might also be handled because I know
my VPN just kicked in. Sorry. My VPN just kicked in. I'm having VPN problems. So I think I've got to update it, and I haven't. So
yeah, Sylvia Edwards provided a good rental car insight. That was good. Nathan, I'm renting through Hertz because I have I got discount from the booking of the hotel in Houston. I got a discount on Hertz. Then I became a member of Hertz, and I get additional discount. Thank you, Nathan. Who did you rent for? Yeah, Hertz. It hurts. It hurts to rent by Hertz. I don't know.
Is Hertz who O.J. Simpson did ads for?
Say what now?
O.J. Simpson, didn't he do ads for Hertz?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Observation. I've never been to Michigan.
Okay.
So
that's not that far. Well,
No.
it is. Yeah, it is. It's quite a bit. But this is my road trip of 2024. Now, next year, I will have my vacation is always in August. So next year, if my channel keeps going, let's make this a yearly thing. Maybe I will do the other way across. So either I go maybe West Coast or East Coast, or maybe the North way or the South way. Well, maybe not the South way in August. But maybe Florida because I want to visit Steve Gosney.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
So I will go Miami to Maine or something like that. That way,
I'll tell you what, man. If you could just do Florida, like Miami, and then you take A1A, Highway A1A is the old state routes right there on the ocean, and that is man. That'd take forever.
So
if I hit the lotto tonight, I would buy I don't know what I'd buy, but it'd be a convertible, and it would be me and the White Rabbit would be trucking down there, man. That's a dream trip for me.
Oh, thank you, Gigi, for half a gallon of gas. Thank you so much. And I'm glad things are looking a bit lighter for Gigi. As you know, she's had a rough year, but it seems to be perking up a bit, and some of it is thanks to you, my viewers, because on a few occasions I've been telling people to, if you write Gigi in what you give through PayPal, I will send that to Gigi, because she had a rough couple of months with doctor's bills and everything, and what I could refer from you to her helped a lot. So thank you to the chat and my viewers for that. You know, you take Valhalla too, expert. Huh?
No, I'm not taking him to Florida. He won't go to Florida. So Valhalla, he has a small circle. He doesn't leave it. I would like to get him to Las Vegas, but he won't do that. So he says he will never step foot on sand again. I'm like, yeah, but like Nevada, it's freedom sand. It's not Iraq sand.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I understand that. Now the final beer is
because he hates sand, Toy.
The Tail of a Whale.
He hates the desert.
It's
the tail of whale. That's
This is unfiltered, needs
whale
to be
tail.
stirred. Why the fuck would I want to stir a beer? All right, let's try it.
Shake it up before you open it, then it stirs itself.
Let's see what this is. That's foamy. Oh, that's a light one.
Yeah.
I have no idea what.
Valhalla doesn't want
Wheat malt. All right. Hope and Citra. Okay.
Oh man, Nick, I gotta get going, bud.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm sorry, man. Thank you so much for inviting me. I love hanging out with you. You know that, and I'm so excited for this. And I didn't realize you were coming through. I didn't realize you were doing this whole trip. I thought you were just going to Houston and hanging out for Anime Matsuri and stuff.
It started with a weekend in Matsuri, and then it evolved to this cross-country road trip, because I'm already there.
Going to Anime Matsuri? Is that what you're meeting up for?
The what? The who?
Are there other YouTubers going to Anime Matsuri?
Not that I know of, because my chat bugged me about going to Matsuri because I wasn't there last year, so I started planning and everything, and then everybody went to Dollywood instead.
This crowd would have gone. This people we know wouldn't have gone there anyway. T-Rex, he's been there before, but yeah, the rest of us wouldn't have been, except for like people that live in Texas.
Awful lot of head.
And they,
it's a bit cloudy beer. I don't know why. I sometimes I make the mistake of buying an odd beer, and then I realize too late that this is one of the beers that have the remnants of yeast in the bottom. I'm not supposed to pour that, which I discover after I poured it.
That's not good. So.
Yeah, no.
Now, well, listen, guys, I appreciate you having me over here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
And Nick, this is cool, man. Middle August.
Cool. Middle August. I didn't realize you're coming through. 13, 14, 15, somewhere around that. I will be.
You want me to schedule an appointment with my hairstylist?
Nope. I'm good.
I had to say that, see how chat reacts. But anyway, hey, listen, brother, take care, man, and
take care.
I appreciate you, man, and let's do this again real soon, okay?
Yeah.
See ya,
Yeah,
bud.
that's okay. Thanks.
See
See
ya.
you. Bye
Oh, by the way, I have all my digits before the 4th of July. I want everybody to see that. I have all my fingers.
bye. Oh, he's great. He's great. He is great. So yeah, this is now. Now I will go to Galveston because so I can say I'm going coast to coast. Now I can say that about New Orleans as well, but from Houston up to Detroit, it's around 1,800 miles in about 2 weeks. It will take me to drive through America this route. And I've gotten a lot of good tips and hints on places to visit. I will visit stuff I know I will visit are courthouses and crime scenes. I will do videos when I encounter free Wi-Fi. I will do streams, but for the more or less the entire month of August will be different kind of content. Still law, crime, trials and stuff, but from a road trip point of view. When am I going to be in Galveston? Some day in the weekend of the 8th to 11th. I will go down. I can visit NASA and Houston and tell them, you have a real problem now. So yeah, I will be in Galveston sometime during that weekend, 8th to 11th. I need all the sunscreen because I have Nordic complexion. You don't get much whiter than this. I am comically Caucasian. Yeah, so this is roughly 2 weeks. Well, let's see here. I will leave on the evening of the 11th or morning of the 12th of August, and I will be in Detroit around the 19th, so a little over 2 weeks. If I get any whiter, I will be translucent. Yeah. Yeah. And now, when I calculated the cost for gas, I calculated on Swedish prices. So I budgeted with Swedish prices. Lucky for me, American price of gas is half of what we pay for gas in Sweden. So I will get a few bucks in order, if I have to make a stop somewhere, get a motel room or something, I will have, thanks to you guys for sponsoring, because I've been planning and saving up for this trip since February. And now the complete trip is over $5,000. And about 4 of that is from you guys, and about $1,000 of it I will pitch in myself. So thank you everybody for allowing me to do this road trip. Thank you. Now, this has been it's been so fun. It's been so fun. And yeah, thank you. It's crowdfunded. It's crowdfunded. And if everything goes okay, I will do a new road trip next year. Maybe it will be West Coast, East Coast, or the northern thingy. So either Miami up to Maine, or California up to Washington, or Maine to Washington, or something in between. I don't know. We will see that next year. We will see what happens next year. Yeah, thank you. Be sure to stop for gas at a Buc-ee's. I've heard about the place, and I need to get there. I need to go there. And no speeding. Definitely no speeding. So you are in MA, so thought. I'm sad I'm not on your route to meet you. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Stephen Fenner. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Yes, Swedish petrol is priced by liter, and we pay about $2 per liter. Yeah, and you are roughly at $3.50 per gallon, so it's half the price of what we pay here in Sweden. Okay, but thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. Without you guys, this would never have happened, because this is a road trip I thought I would never get around to. And now I can, thanks to you guys. Thank you. Okay, it is 3 a.m. I'm going to finish my beer, and I will be sending you off to Lego Law because Dave is having Max Mura as a guest for today's Lego build. So I will be sending you all over there. Again, thank you so much. I will be sending you off with a road trip song. Okay? See you. Bye-bye.